You have a narcissist in your life that's driving you absolutely crazy. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you 4 issues that drive them crazy so that you will know what drives them crazy instead of them driving you crazy. How about that for turning things around? All right, so stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney. I'm the author of 2 best-selling books. I've also written a 3rd book, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win, which is in pre-order right now. You can go to slaythebully.com and check out how you can not only pre-order the book, but get tons of bonuses. So check that out, because I want you to break free from narcissists forever. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. And by the way, if you want a free way to disarm narcissists forever, go to disarmthenarc.com and get your free phrases for disarming narcissists. 4 issues that drive narcissists crazy. 4 issues that drive narcissists crazy. You want to know what they are? I'm going to tell you right now. And at the end, I'm going to give you one that really drives them crazy, because I teach you how to negotiate with narcissists powerfully. I have been everywhere with narcissists, up, down, all around. I've seen them punch walls. I've seen them do all kinds of crazy things. And I know how to tame them. I know how to get what you want from them. So here's number 1. Number 1 is criticism. Criticism. They cannot handle criticism in any way, shape, or form. Even if you're not even criticizing them, even if you're just like referring to something, you're just stating like a fact. Well, this happened. They think that's criticism. Like, oh, well, we took a walk on the beach and it was raining that day and we didn't have coats on. That's a criticism. Okay, well, I was just referring to the fact that we didn't have coats on. Oh, that's a criticism. They like any little thing that they perceive as something slight. You're talking in this tone, you're yelling at me, you interrupted, whatever, like any little thing. They cannot handle any slight, any tone, even if it's constructive, even if it's like whatever. They see it as a personal attack, and they will react accordingly. They're extremely defensive, and it just makes it almost impossible to have a healthy relationship with them. You cannot have a healthy dialogue with them, because they're constantly on the defensive. They're constantly aggressive. They look at you as the one who has the problem. They look at you as the one who has the anger issues, or the one who's delusional, or the one who's being offensive. It just makes it absolutely impossible to have a conversation or interact with them in any positive or normal way. They need to feel perfect at all times. They have to be above reproach at all times. Oftentimes it triggers rage. They're extremely insecure. It just makes it extremely difficult to interact with them, because they're just so easily slighted, so easily slighted. They so often cause their own unhappiness, because they think that they're being criticized, or they think that they're being perceived in a certain way, and then they react in that way. And a lot of times it's not even what they think, but they go about life in that way. And it's very sad, but it is what it is. So number 1 is criticism. Number 2 is failure. They cannot handle failure. They certainly see failure as a reflection of their worthiness as a human being. That equals whether or not they should be existing on the planet, unfortunately. And a lot of us feel that way. So, we should never equate our accomplishments with our worthiness as humans on the planet, because we are worthy. We matter as humans because we are humans. We were born because you were born, you are amazing, you are incredible, you were meant to be here. It was like a 1 in 300 trillion chance that you were born, and you are special, you are unique. Accomplishments as a human being have nothing to do with, whether or not you are valuable. But narcissists, they have no inner sense of value. They have no feeling of inner sense of value, and so it's all a reflection of their worthlessness, and they go to great lengths to avoid how they look, so they want to look like they're successful at all times and perfect at all times. So they certainly cannot look like they're a failure in any way. And many times it's what's so crazy is that they engage in dangerous or risky behavior, which causes them to fail and fail badly. Then it definitely makes them look bad, of course, but then they're unable to accept that they failed. And then they, of course, blame it on everybody else, right? It's everybody else's problem. It's everybody else's responsibility. Deflect, and project, lie, deny, make it everybody else's fault. They see everybody else's inadequacies as the problem, as why they failed. And it causes them to lash out at others and oftentimes engage in self-destructive behaviors, unfortunately. So failure is number 2. If you guys have seen any of this so far, give me a totally in the comments. Just put totally in the comments if you've seen any of this so far. The next one that they cannot handle is rejection or being ignored in any way, shape, or form, which is the crazy thing because, of course, they do this all the time. They reject, they ignore, they ghost you, they engage in this sort of behavior in order to control, but they certainly can't handle when it happens to them. And, they expect immediate responses. They expect immediate behavior, where they get paid attention to, but then they certainly don't want you to ignore them. They have to be the center of attention. They become sullen, they become angry, they become difficult, they become punishing and demanding and needy and all of these things. They need this constant attention in order to validate themselves, in order to feel good about themselves. If they don't get that attention that they feel, that they demand, that they require, that they deserve, then they can, it causes them a great deal of anxiety. It causes them a great deal of distress. And it can also be something that can cause that narcissistic rage to come flying out, because that narcissistic injury can become triggered. And so, who knows? Depending on the type of narcissist that you're dealing with, it can cause that rage to come flying out in a number of different ways. So they can go crazy, and start stalking and who knows, threats, that sort of thing, if they're not getting the attention that they feel that they deserve. So that's the next one, which leads us to number 4. Number 4, the last one, which I told you is the king of all kings or queen of all queens. The one thing that drives them absolutely crazy, which of course is how you're going to end up building your leverage when it comes to negotiating with narcissists, because it is the issue that drives them the most crazy. And that is potentially exposing them to people that they respect, their highest level of supply, the people that they don't want to look bad in front of. So who is that? When you are going to build your strategy, which, is the S in my SLAY methodology: strategy, leverage, anticipate, and focusing on you, then you need to think about what is that highest level of supply source for them. What is that diamond level supply? Who do they not want to be exposed to? because that is the one thing that they're going to protect and defend at any cost. That is really what's going to trigger those feelings of insecurity, those feelings of rage, if they think that you are potentially going to expose them to those people. So, who is that for that narcissist in your life? It could be, if you're going to court, it could be the judge, it could be the attorneys in the system, it could be the mediator, but, it could be coworkers, it could be people, employees, it could be people that they work for, it could be neighbors, it could be friends, it could be, their new form of supply, a new girlfriend, a new boyfriend, it could be anybody like that. So think about that being exposed. That's number one. And, narcissists are weird that way. There's certain things that, only narcissists do. That's how it is with narcissists. So if you are dealing with a narcissist, make sure you join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, because you will need that extra help and support. It is very difficult, especially if a narcissist is going crazy on you in your life. And if you don't have therapy that you can have access to, we do have a sponsor here on this channel. That is BetterHelp. You can go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung and get access to online therapy. They pay us commissions. It doesn't cost you any extra. We just want you to have access to good help and support that we trust. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now is a great time to do that. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. And the next video that you should watch, because of the weird things that narcissists do, is 7 weird things only narcissists do. And I will see you in that video. I'm Rebecca Zung. Remember that today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I will see you in that next video.